IPT knows where the strengths of Asian Arena lies, which is in Moraita Boy. The reason why is that they have been banning all these jungle picks. Gragas and Zac, maybe perhaps a Rek'Sai could be removed from the table as well, but that would put a little options for the jungle pool if they do ban that Rek'Sai.
Yeah, because Moraita Boy, he was, of course, we all know this. If you watch the past games of Asian Arena, he is the Nocturne jungler.
Oh!
But because it was always if he was able to carry with the Nocturne, teams are like, okay, let's just ban out the Nocturne and they will sure lose. That's what happened. But then he kind of shifted onto more
tanky utility junglers?
Not necessarily. More of like meta junglers like Graves and then Rek'Sai as well as Gragas. So he's become an all-rounder rather than just a solar carry jungler.
Yeah.
So he's much more accustomed to, like, if his team needs this, like he needs earlier pressure or needs to go for damage, he can go either way. But checking out the bans, like you said, minimizing or making very little options for both junglers actually.
Well, if I were them, I'd pick the Rek'Sai off the bat because I can't think of any jungler aside from the Graves if ever they do pick it. If they don't pick it, so the option there for Suez is to pick the Graves, and which they can pick later on because wala naman silang kaagaw. But in case that they want to hide it away from the opposite side, which is Asian Arena, they might as well just pick it and then just hide the best picks later on for the power houses like JLC and Light.
4 out of the 6 bans right now are for junglers. You can see how much mindset right now Imperium Pro Team has at banning out Moraita Boy, because Moraita Boy also plays the Elise, but Suez on the opposite side does play a Nidalee, and then most of the power picks that I've seen Imperium Pro Team use here in the Mineski, in the MPGL is the Gangplank, is the Vladimir. They don't want to go for these champions that can scale into the late game. They would rather play with something else. Equally dangerous, but in terms of the champion, at least not as potent when they go in again onto that late game.
Yeah, and I can see what Asian Arena is forming right now. It's a full-blown all-in team fight, mid-game team fight, which I can see here if they do lock in that Sivir, which they do, and they have a ton of initiating options in their pool. The Rek'Sai, actually all of them have right now. All those 3 picks have the option to initiate for themselves. So Sivir really on the hunt. Meanwhile, all these scary power picks in terms of making a pick and bursting someone down, that's for IPT. So instead of, like, aside from going full on team fight, which they're really capable of in terms of their comp, pwede talaga sila, but they can make these really cocky picks with Poisanity in a Thresh, and then Graves with the collateral damage. So that will burst someone. If in case Suez JLC rotates to the mid lane for Light, they can easily burst someone down, make a pick, and make Light snowball with whatever he chooses, with whatever champion he has.
Yeah. Now looking at Imperium Pro Team, what they're looking at is, I would think, a lot of like late game pressure. But they do have Poisanity on a Thresh, so that could be going for like a Poisanity roaming around the map looking for the hunts or for the picks. So this could work if they could survive with Light in the top lane with Fiora. Because I've seen, like, last week it was Mineski versus, damn, I forgot. It was a matchup between Infused and Mineski, I think. Was it Infused Mineski?
Infused and Mineski. I'm not quite sure.
I can't remember. I'll remember this because it was, sorry, War Gods ba? War Gods Infused.
LLP?
War Gods Mineski. Okay. War Gods Mineski pala. It was a top lane Fiora versus the top lane Irelia. That's the matchup.
I see.
Yeah, and it could be a counter pick, but then it looks like Asian Arena gonna go for top lane Cannon. Actually, could
that's actually a possible. Actually, I think it is, because I doubt Karma would go to the top. Well, we have seen top lane Karma from Acclaim Empire X, but this is a different story. Asian Arena going for the Kennen top. I haven't seen Kennen in competitive play for a while, so this is going to be quite refreshing in my eyes. So for Light, he does have a lot of options. I'm not sure what his champion pool is right now, although he might be the type to experiment here at the MPGL. So if they do lock this down for the Malzahar, I'm not surprised. but they opt to go for the Thalia instead. Scary burst, actually.
I kind of like this because you were already saying in the when you started to see the 3 picks of Acion Arena that they were going to go for a full-blown mid-game engage composition, and then they even it out, or they kind of solidified it when they got for the when they went for the cannon, they went for the Karma. So having a Thalia, having a Thresh, that's already like so many counter skills that can go up
Yeah.
against this full-blown, like you said, just go up into your face and try to go for those
Stuns
yeah,
with all the
stuns.
crowd controls and then just burst them all with damage. Although it's quite scary for Asian Arena because IPT is carrying, as you said earlier, a lot of late game power, and Asian Arena is more reliant on enabling this Karma to able to snowball because the damage of Karma will fall off eventually. Severe consistent damage, and Kennen might have a difficult time if ever Thalia's wall will be able to block off the path. So in case it's a full on team fight straight to your face, Thalia can actually separate you guys. But the thing is, that's the only reliable disengage that IPT has. They don't have like a tidal wave Nami. They don't have a monsoon Jana. They don't have those. That's why it's quite worrisome if Asian Arena manages to make this snowball, make this mid-game team fight work, where they chain all their CCs and chain their initiates perfectly well, and then IPT's growth, IPT's scale will just slow down. That's gonna be scary because, just as I said, they don't have a reliable disengage.
So it's gonna look very dangerous. Plus, what of course we should be looking at as well as the laning phase, who can actually win in terms of the champions and possibly, of course, the players themselves. Mechanically heavy, of course, we're gonna give it to JLC in the top lane.
Yeah.
I mean, we really can't sugarcoat it. But then having a cannon with multiple stunts,
Yeah.
lots of mobility, dash, be able to zip out of the Fiora's attack damage, and then throw out the shurikens. If ever it goes a little bit too sketchy for him, he could actually activate the slicing maelstrom, which
Yeah.
of course is better in. Well, I remember before, like, Slicing Maelstrom was very good in team fights just because it can hit everybody, but now it randomizes where champions that it hits.
Yeah, that's true.
But then if you're like in a 1v1, it just focuses on the one champion.
Mhm.
So that's kind of good.
That's true.
And then, oh yeah.
Yeah, correction. When I said I haven't seen Kennen in competitive play, I meant local competitive play. So if ever he was played in the international scene, my bad. I meant local competitive play.
Yeah, it's fine. Like for me as well. Like I've only been focusing more on our teams for now.
Yeah, same here.
Yes.
We've been following their story. Asian Arena has been around since the first leg of the MPGL. I
As
believe
Legacy
as
Tupeng.
Legacy Tupeng, and then they renamed themselves to Asian Arena. They have been acquired by Asian Arena, and now they're continuing the story right now. IPT though, for all of you guys out there who has just started watching the MPGL Leg 2, IPT were the previous MPGL champions. Mineski not being able to reach the semifinals, defeated by Cerberus eSports. Mineski was the MPGL 7 champion. So just to put a little trivia there. So there's another possibility that IPT might take this one for themselves because, first of all, they are undefeated here at the MPGL 8.
Yeah.
Like two.
What is the prize already for for the first place? I think it's 70,000 now.
Wow!
Is it
I
70,000?
remembered it was 40,000 the last leg.
Yeah, it goes up higher and higher.
Yep.
So I'm really curious about Light playing this Thalia. I mean, I've seen, man, I keep there was another Thalia last time against, I think it was EXO's Victor. It got wrecked really, really hard.
Exos Victor got wrecked by Cerberus Esports, correct?
Mm,
Uh,
I
yeah, okay. It's okay. It's
I
okay,
am-
Asurai. You don't
my
have to remember
lapse-
everything.
Lapse in my mind.
You don't have to remember everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm really excited about this matchup because it's IPT's comp is very risky in terms of the scaling of Asian Arena is there. All they have to do is not let everybody else grow from IPT, which is keep initiating, keep getting the right tempo. Moraita Boy is that perfect person to set up. Vayne, considered one of the short range champions for the ADC role, will have a difficult time, especially during the early phases of the game. First of all, Sivir has a very good wave clear, has a safe harassing tool, which is the boomerang, and then the ricochet. And
The ricochet.
Ricochet. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then short range would mean more susceptible to the ganks, just in case you want to keep farming, and that Rek'Sai and Teleport Kennen and Alistar are just all there to just screw you up in the lane. So if ever they're putting their eggs on hate again, like the previous season of the pro gaming series, I'm not sure. But then if you think about it, they do have JLC as the backup. They do have Suez. They also have Light. So a lot of power all stars here from IPT, where they put all the really carry type champions, which all of them are capable of. But it all counts down to execution if they are able to pull it off.
Yeah, so guys, welcome to the Summer's Rift. This is game 1 in this best of tier series between Acion Arena gonna go up against Imperium Pro Team in the Mineski Pro Gaming League of Legends. So blue team is gonna be on the top lane, Jason on the Kennen. Jungle Marita Boy will be on the Rek'Sai. Echo shall be our mid lane Karma, and in the bottom lane duo gonna be Mirmo. On the Sivir, and his support will be Beast Boy.
Yes,
Alistar.
Siree. Meanwhile, on the red side, we've got Imperium Pro Team in the top lane. We've got JLC with Fiora in the jungle. We've got Suez on the Graves in the mid lane. We've got Light on the Talia and Hate on the Vayne. And for the support, we've got Boy Sanity Thresh.
It looks like Imperium Pro Team are not gonna go do anything cheeky, as they're not really a team fight level 1 team fight composition. I mean, they have the Thresh, but then in terms of like if Acion Arena decides to like re-engage, it's gonna be Acion Arena coming up on top.
Yeah, that's true. They all have the necessary CCs if they want to, and the damage as well. So I'm guessing they don't know. Poisanity might be in trouble. He wants to back down for sure.
Oh, look at that! Nice usage of the ward there, and first blood given into the hands of Mirmo. Starting very strong here for Acion Arena, and their manager going a little bit wild as Acion Arena manager Adrian is here, supporting his team physically.
That was so weird. I mean, you already placed a ward inside that brush, so why would you put yourself in that sort of position?
Wait, was that the word of...
Oh, that was the word of Acion Arena.
Yeah,
so my bad. So Thresh wanted to use himself as a human ward just in case they decided to use that path to just screw up the jungle of get that blue steel, probably.
But with that, it kind of messed them up a bit and gave an early first blood to Mirmo, plus the XP gonna look at that already to 50%. So level 2 not really far away, and then you know how strong a Sivir is when he gets that level advantage against the Vayne. The combo is real, and you have Beast Boy there to set it up with the headbutt pulverize.
Yeah, and the thing is, the difficult part of the that bot lane against IPT is that Thresh is very reliant on making picks and landing those death sentences to make the perfect setup, considering the fact that Suez is on a Grave. So the only CC that they will probably rely on is if it's not Light going down on the bot lane, then it's most likely the death sentence. And with Mirmo on a Sivir with the spell shield, that's gonna be difficult for them to actually have a setup, because I'm pretty sure his E is ready for those death sentences.
Yeah. Plus, like you said, you already have the spell shield, so it's an easy block. Like, you don't really have a lot of engage here. Also, on the side of IPT, it's more of them using their pedigree as one of the best teams here. Like, we've seen them have godlike positioning, even if their comp doesn't need it. Like, the players themselves know how to place, how to actually position themselves in the fight. But now, nice time hook by Poi. Activates the Silver Bolts by Hate. And Hate, looking at Mirmo right now. But Beast Boy, at least there to provide some support for his ADC and give him some leeway to get away from the fight. And Jason activating his Surge, but... well, a little bit too late, as JLC already like, okay, I'm done with this harassment. But in the jungle, it looks like both Suez and Marita Boy spotting each other out. Though, Suez, I think, yeah, he was able to get a 3-buff start.
Wow-wee. That's pretty yummy for Suez, but we'll see though if they are able to make this in their advantage.
Tether connects. There's the knock up onto Light. They're going to force a flash out of him, but he's taking too many damage. But here it comes from the top lane. JLC teleports. Here, he's looking to chase as Suez is actually catching him up. But Suez, oh no, he bit off more than he can chew. Flashes in by Marita Boy. One Marauder attack. Ooh, Tuklao. The Marita Boy takes down Suez, and that's going to be 3-0 already in favor of Acion Arena, starting off strong against IPT.
I'm not sure what the plan was there for JLC teleporting in the mid lane. It was too late, and considering the fact that they're the type that should play safe. They're not supposed to do anything. They should wait for like 2 items in their inventory, 2 to 3 items in their inventory, and then probably they're okay. Especially with Hate, and then with Graves relying on the level 6 plus red buff so that they have a good advantage. The problem is that they don't have any reliable, just as I said, reliable hard CC to hold them down and dish out as much DPS as they can. That's gonna be a problem. So with Acion Arena with a very good start, 3-0, and that's 2-0 on the Rexa. I thought that was for Eiko, but Eiko would definitely needed that gag, and he's just gonna be really painful if ever this continues for Acion Arena.
Well, now if you look at it, that supposedly triple buff start became Moraita Boy's double buff given back to him, and then Suez left with 1 buff.
Yeah. Yeah, Suez left with 1 buff. Nasayang lang. Too bad though. But we'll see though with what the Beast Boy has been doing. He plays the war there. Up.
Flashes in with the Flay. Tries to deliver Suez, but here comes Beast Boy. Goes in, takes the hook for himself. Double knockup by him, but they do not have another LCC squib. Nope, hold that thought. It was the Flay up again by Poi, but then the heal from Mirmo not reaching his teammate just in time there. So a little bit of difficulty for Beast Boy to actually escape, but still,
ouch.
No draft or no harm, no foul for the most part. Here in the mid lane, like going in with his Ignite already onto Eiko, but not going a bit too YOLO there. So Eiko gonna be not pushed out too much out of his mid lane.
Yeah, I would like to correct myself. Aside from when I said not do anything, what Suez can do, what I meant was the 2v2 laning phase. In terms of relieving pressure, that's Suez's job, because they are very what do you call this? They are very vulnerable right now because of the scaling. But then yeah, that's Suez's job, is to relieve pressure and try to give more leeway for Hate and the rest of his teammates to have a farming gap.
Once level 6 comes online for Acion Arena, they should make something more out of their comp. Because like you said, when this goes in a little bit more into the late game, it's gonna favor slowly but surely Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, definitely. So they're gonna be relying on Moraita Boy to have these more awesome sets. Oh, Poi.
Looks like they're trying to set here on Poi Sanity. There's a nice play by the support of IPT. Goes in for a hook. Does not connect onto Moraita Boy, but you can see there his flay was well timed. I mean, hitting Beast Boy and Moraita Boy from that kind of range, or from that spacing, was really nice.
Yeah, and that could have been a better gank, I suppose. But then again, they could have made a pick onto the Thresh. I guess natulak kasi siya, no? To the side of Rek'Sai, hoping for a knockup, but distance is more important siguro than actually landing that knockup, because eventually you will land it naman.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Suez, he's just gonna be farming. Would want to reach that level 6 faster so that he'll be able to secure the picks, because ito na nga yung problem nila. If you don't have CCs to apply as much DPS as you can during a skirmish or a pick, then most likely you'd want to have enough damage for that burst. So for the lack of CC that you have, then get the burst that you need.
Look at this. You know, Eiko using his Inner Flame to actually check the brush here. I mean, yeah, it's kind of standard, but then if you're feeling a bit too confident, you'd know that you won't check that area already. But
yeah,
knowing IPT's aggression, knowing that they have an immense amount of control with their wardings, you can see here the Acion Arena is not playing like they're not respecting IPT. It looks like they're playing that they're respecting IPT at the same time. They're controlling their ganks, they're controlling their lanes, which is really good, because you'd know that they're playing really seriously right now.
Yeah, I agree with you actually, because even though that they have the really strong engage, really good early jungle pressure with the Rek'Sai, they have to time it properly, or else they might snowball.
Speaking of timing properly, here comes another gank by Moraita Boy. Forces the flash out of there from Light, but here comes the re-engage with Suez. Suez already level 6. Moraita Boy taking quite a bit of damage. Goes in for the knockup here onto Suez, and Moraita Boy trying to run away. Goes for the exhaust. Will he go for the collateral damage? Oh no, they're pinning down Eiko. Force the flash out of him, and in top lane, Jason going up against JLC for the meantime, but here comes the re-engage.
Oh.
They're charging in. Oh no, they're going in. Flashes in. Oh, he took so much damage. Double kill for Suez. They take too long to get the kill onto Suez and get obliterated. Make that a triple. As Boy Sanity with the fadeaway ignite here onto Beast Boy. Oh no, disaster strucks. And that's a 1,200 gold lead for IPT.
That was definitely so forced coming from Asian Arena. They thought that they could take them out, but the positioning of the Alistar and everybody else lined up perfectly well for the perfect collateral damage.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna get the knock up there. Right, he didn't have vision with the tunnels.
Yeah, the perfect collateral damage, and because of that, IPT is in the lead. The thing about IPT is that, well, it is not a big of a lead naman yung 3-0 or it's yung 3-1 kanina. But then, because of that full commitment, they didn't execute it properly. Masyadong pilit yung ginawa nila dun.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to suffer the consequences and probably try again. They actually helped boosted the Vayne and then the Graves, which you do not want to happen. That's a 2-1-2 Graves. That's gonna be scary later on, both the Vayne and the Graves. And take note, wala pa sa calculation si JLC. So it's IPT, guys. It's still IPT.
Plus, I was actually wanting to talk about this one. If you saw what was happening with the push there from Asian Arena, they kind of didn't respect that. We already said how much appeal Imperium Pro Team has with the Thalia and the Thresh.
Yeah.
They forced themselves over the threaded volley of the Thalia, and then just got wrecked by all of the other AoE damage that they had with Suez, setting up a very nice collateral damage. They thought that they had enough maybe tankiness to survive that and then get the chase, but IPT, like you said, as well as we saw, baited them in and got punished with a 3-0.
Exactly. So in addition to that, I will repeat, the lack of the CC they have is the burst that the lack of CC they need is the burst that they have. So yun yung nangyari kanina. Let's take note. This is not a tanky Alistar just yet.
Even Sanity has damage.
Yep, sorry. Medyo malambot pa siya, but let's see.
Knock up in though. They go in. Jason is here. Goes in for a slashing Maelstrom. Tries to chase down onto Hate. But here comes Marina Boy. He doesn't have the flash anymore. So one more knock up. Oh no, he spins her down. And that's going to be a beautiful pickoff by Asian Arena, followed by a Dragon. They did not know what hit them. It looked like IPT were setting up something, but Asian Arena fast to pull the trigger.
Nice one. So that was a great response, and they combined it perfectly well. JLC doesn't have to join the fights yet, because if ever nag-join naman siya, tapos masisisi lang siya, that's really cool. I really love that animation.
Yeah, he's riding a
ski.
Jet ski.
Yeah. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin na it was pretty smart of JLC naman, because they know that fight is not their fight. They can fight another day. They can give this one to Asian Arena this time around and let JLC keep farming. And he has completed his Black Cleaver already. So pink ward there in the middle of nowhere.
Well, maybe just to catch off a rogue or ward. Yeah, because I think they saw that IPT were going inside their jungle. Maybe they were hoping like a Thresh Hook would have been there, plus like a Dark Passage teammate.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, things are really looking even at the moment for both of these teams, Asian Arena and IPT. But so far, the execution of the composition ng Asian Arena was spot on, especially yung kanina. Overwhelming them with force, forcing Hate to hate the Vayne because wala siyang masyadong mobility and unreliable. Let's just say invisible nga si Vayne. But you can definitely predict how big of a maelstrom that Cannon has. So eventually masastun mo naman din siya inside the AoE unless you Hate really creates a very good outplay. So that's the problem of IPT. They don't have the right disengage just in case Asian Arena goes all in just like earlier. So they have to anticipate. They have to play with the cooldowns. Kung walang maelstrom yung mga ults ng tong mga to, dun sila pwede mag-in din. Kasi yun yung kahinaan nila eh. Kasi wala silang CC. If nasisi sila, tapos. Kasi, of course, out DPS'd.
Now, checking out the itemizations here for both teams. Jason already having the Proto Bell, so that's a lot of added engage potential for the cannon when they want to go in for something a bit too cheeky, or to go in for like an pick off possibly. Now Eiko finishing himself the Athene's Holy Grail. And then for the side of IPT, Morellonomicon for Light, TBC for JLC.
Yeah.
And then the Warrior's Enchantment for Suez. So we're getting our core items now for some of our players.
Yeah, really good team fight capability with the Athene's Unholy Grail, with all the heals, the additional heals rather, with the shields. It really complements Karma so well. And Karma doesn't have to do anything really, but just farm there. Because I doubt it na gusto niya makipag 1v1 dito kay Talia. So ang gagawin niya, she's gonna wait for Morita Boy. Ika's gonna be waiting for Morita Boy for the ganks. What I can say for IPT though is that their vision control is very good in terms of knowing Morita Boy's jungle pathing and where he might be able to gank, so he can see this coming. So if they see Rek'Sai down at bot making his rotations down, Suez can do the counter jungle and try to clear some vision for themselves, so that if they manage to pull things through, they can create a counter play. Kennen's teleport will be up soon. JLC has never used it except for that one time in the mid lane. So there are no objectives there just yet, of course. Dragon kakakuha pa lang. So basically, that's why we've been seeing just out visioning. That's not a word.
We can make it a word since it's MOBA anyway.
Okay, out visioning.
Ing.
Visioning. Never mind. Yun nga, amazing. So trying to out vision the enemy. Yun na lang yung kanilang battle for now.
Mirmo. Looking to make an Infinity Edge, not Essence Reaver.
Oh.
So full damage onto the Sivir. Okay.
Which is quite complementary naman with their comp, because they do want to overwhelm them, they do want to snowball and let them scale much slower. So with Dragon coming in about a few minutes.
Contrary to being slow though, here comes a 3-man gang in the mid lane, but look at the side steps from Eiko. Oh no. So much commitment there by IPT. Oh, they try to deliver with the catapult there of light, but nope. Not again.
I say that's wasted effort if they don't make this as a consolation prize. Everybody from Acion Arena is having having signals all over. That's a really important ultimate being down from Poisanity, which is the box. 1 minute left till Dragon respawn, so expect a team fight coming from Acion Arena anytime soon.
Expect a team fight right now. Oh, but they don't find it.
Yeah.
Or a pick-off.
Or
it's
a
gonna be
pick-off.
Infernal Drake.
That's so important. And if they do get that, I'm pretty sure Acion Arena is gonna be super duper happy knowing the fact that mamaya pa yung scaling nitong Imperium Pro team, and Light hasn't gotten anything aside. Well, he has gotten assist kanina pa. He has been involved. Pero hindi siya nata-translate in terms of like eliminating the top lane, eliminating the bot lane, because there's nothing to hold it through. There's really nothing. They will really need the assist of Suez, but Suez can't go wherever he pleases. He has to time it correctly. And 20 seconds left, magkaka-dragon na. And it's an Infernal. So IPT is very pressured of contesting this one. But then I don't think they can. Unless Acion Arena is not able to execute it well. Ito lang yung pwedeng gawin ng IPT. Pero right now, things are looking not so good because of their composition.
Acion Arena, nice mindset for them to actually take down this inhibitor first, so that there's not really any escape routes near for IPT.
Yeah.
And then they set up more control around this dragon. Oh, but look at the damage from Light though. He's kind of been out of position.
Oh!
Too many knockups. He goes down to Mirmo. And Mirmo racking up with 2-0-1. Starting off with Infernal Drake, but will Imperium Pro Team contest or just let Suez here get that mid-tier? It looks like that's going to be the case here, but Suez does have a collateral damage, so maybe he can steal it from far away. He tried to do it, but cannot. So that's going to be Acion Arena getting quite a bit of an advantage there against IPT. Light out of position, and oh, can they go for another one? Oh no.
Yeah,
Never mind.
That's a great call for the Condemn. Kasi yung taga-initiate mo naman, si Beast Boy.
I'll hold that thought. Beast Boy still has his ultimate up. Jason setting it up. Oh, he's looking from the backside. Do they know the teleport's happening? Yes, they do. They're trying to run away right now. But Jason slicing Maelstrom. Hasta la vista. Poisanity. Can he get the stun onto it? He's looking for it. Connects it in. One more might have been it, but the wave just stops him in his tracks. Though they find JLC as he was coming on from the rotations. Here comes Morita as well. But Acion Arena not looking to go a bit too overboard there. They're trying to control as much as they can. Echo, Light, what are you doing? He flashes over, but Mirmo is there to pick up the scraps. And they're still going at it. Tries to go in for Suez, but Suez dashing away. Still Acion Arena getting so much in IPT, a little bit disoriented. They're going in one by one. Not looking the best of form, but still, you have to give it to Acion Arena. Stacking now with a 400 goal lead, but you can see the pressure already arising from their side.
That was so weird for JLC to actually teleport to make something happen, knowing that IPT is already in a messy position. They're not in the best setup for them to actually win a fight, considering that Vayne has just went home. They don't have a Thresh. And what could JLC have done was thoroughly push the top lane. I could have seen that. I mean, JLC has the option to just go split push because no one's gonna deal with that. Especially na Acion Arena is more team-centric. No one's really split push there. No one can deal with JLC after a while because of the outplays that Fiora can do. Especially it's JLC. So what option that IPT can do aside from having the late game scaling is that, you know, just keep farming or just keep JLC up top, knowing na wala naman kayong magagawa. If you do plan to teleport, that's just gonna be a waste. And then you're just gonna give more kills away from to Acion Arena.
But then I kind of feel like they have to do something. Yes, that teleport from JLC was really weird. He really couldn't do anything there. But maybe if his teammates could have lowered the HP bars a bit more, he could have gone for the pickoffs. But at the same time, if he kind of goes for the top lane like this one, Jason is his damage overall is AOE. So that
see?
Yeah, I mean, he can still will still defend the under tower. JLC can out damage him, but at the same time, you don't want to go up against a cannon who has a slicing maelstrom up, or his AOE damage can stun you under turret and then
flash.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So this is what I'm talking about. What both of us are talking about. So right now they're just so familiar of IPT, because this was the IPT I first saw. No, not really first saw. I saw back at the PGS 2015, where, you know, hate would be on the Vayne all the time.
El Clásico IPT.
El Clásico. But the difference is that, you know, it's not a Jarvan in the jungle. It's not a Gragas. It's not a setter. They don't have a setter, therefore, for IPT. They don't have the proper engage too. And the proper peel, rather, because if everybody goes in, it's GG for hate, and then the rest of the members as well. So we'll see though.
I think this is why Acion Arena are already doing this. They're being proactive. They don't want anything, or yes, they're allowing the farm for JLC and hate, but at the same time, they're getting the siege on the towers. They're chipping them one by one down. If they can do it fast enough, if you can see what's happening is, like, if they can get these towers fast enough, if they can push up into the inhibitors, yes, the carries are farming, but then if they don't go online in time, IPT, in terms of the team fights, in terms of the objective control, will kind of falter.
Yeah. And
then maybe that's enough for Acion Arena to actually win out this game. But still, you have to be they still have to be wary, of course. Like, we're talking about how IPT, in terms of like mechanical skills, and then they're on these really hard carry champions. Is still something to be afraid of, but Acion Arena, I think they have a good mindset, but Light is really slowing the pace of their push down.
Yeah,
so we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, 0-3-3 right now on Light. The beauty of the Talia pick anyway is for you to be able to go to the top or to the mid lane, so that you'll be able to overrun them with numbers and then have a terrain advantage. But with this kind of setup...
Oh my goodness, look at the damage on the Suez! Double knock up there! Look at the slicing mouse of such a fast engage there by Acion Arena. Double kill for Mirmo. Looking up onto Poisanity. Hate is getting chased down. Empowered Spirit Flame activates the Yamamoose Ghost Blade, but not enough. Where was Light on that one? He teleported, but he said, "Nope, not enough. I can't do it." Acion Arena looking so strong, 3,000 gold lead, and looking to get their first inhibitor here. 24 minutes into the game, that was such a fast take by them. We saw, like, we blinked for a second, and then we saw 2 members gone down already.
The weird part is pa for IPT, wala silang proper wave clear. Eventually, ma-overwhelm sila sa Karma and sa Sivir. And the beautiful part of Acion Arena.
Oh no. Are you being drawn into the Mineski hype?
Looks like
Nopi, Rapsi,
so
beautiful.
beautiful. So Acion Arena. I've been saying beautiful for a while now.
Yeah.
And PGL 7 pa. So anyway,
It's alright. You are naman eh, so it's fine.
Wow!
Oh,
Ano ba yan?
Oh, did you expect that, boys?
Ay, nako! Ano ba yan? That segue to. Teka, bumalik nga tayo sa game. Ito nakakuha sila ng dragon.
But with that dragon comes a lot of Acion Arena aggression. Oh, look at the dash by JLC. So, no members there taken by Acion Arena. Still, at least IPT took one of the most important. One of the most important dragons there.
Yeah. So kung full on engaged sila, like people have been saying that they're fully committed yung kanilang team comp. But the beautiful thing about it is that they have a Karma and they have the Sivir. So constant repositioning with repositioning with the Karma shield, and that's what I like about Acion Arena's comp. IPT, I think they put themselves in a very bad spot picking all those power picks. Parang, alam mo yun, parang lahat sila carry, pero they only have a single Poi sanity there to help peel. But I feel like it's quite lacking considering against this Acion Arena composition when it's all in. Yun nga, kung sila disengage, if they want to wait for that late game for everybody to spike or for them to actually snowball, I think this comp is not for them. Like the Vayne, if you would like to pick a Thresh, then you'd pick something that's very bursty and very explosive, which is yun nga the Graves.
My
Pero
goodness!
hindi nila
One auto attack.
translate. Yeah.
Oh, nice hook though onto Mirmo. He's taking quite a bit of damage, but a 3-man knockup there by Beast Boy. They follow up with JC going for the backstab. Look at the shields. Look at the shields by Echo there, forcing out JLC. And look at that, the peel, the combos of the skills by Acion Arena surviving against Imperium Pro Team. You can definitely see with this composition, the Reaper has positioned himself outside the doors of IPT and slowly knocking with the Reaper is Acion Arena. This top lane has gone down. The little inhibitor to follow. Oh my goodness, Echo is taking a crap ton of damage. Mirmo though, so aggressive. One more auto attack. He goes in.
Crazy.
Gets the kill there onto Light.
Yeah,
But
can afford daw kasi. Kaya nila. Kayang-kaya.
yeah,
So,
still Acion Arena a little bit too ballsy on that one. JLC going up onto Morida Boy. If he can hit the vital points, maybe the kill could possibly happen here. Oh, it's kind of it's looking very dangerous. He dashes over. JLC cannot follow. And that'll be him surviving to fight for another day.
yeah. I think we see in the comments, it's kind of outdrafted nga, tama. And it's Imperium Pro Team just put themselves in a very bad spot, basically. And it's more like IPT should really consider their drafting phase. I mean, oo nga, you guys are like all-stars, but then there's so much a champion or composition can do for you guys. So yun nga, Acion Arena play their composition very well with their team fight, mid-game team fight, and then once they had that tempo, hindi nila tinigilan yung Imperium Pro Team. And props to Beast Boy, by the way, for pushing JLC away from the carry kanina.
And Echo's clutch shields. Definitely one of the butt clenchers there for Acion Arena. If that didn't happen for them, Mirmo would have gone down, and maybe it was enough for IPT to come back because there were a lot of Acion Arena members on the red side.
Yeah. And
On that, that red HP bar.
yeah, red HP. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Akala ko you're saying na,
And this is
well, they are really on the red side.
Exactly. So now Acion Arena starting off this Baron, but IPT do not have a lot of vision around this one. So can they actually go for the steal? Suez It looks like he wants to go for it though. Oh! There it is, the ice wall to stop them in their tracks, but Acion Arena not baiting it themselves out. So Beast Boy actually activating his ultimate there. Oh!
Wow!
What a headbutt there coming out of Beast Boy. Backstab here coming in from JLC, but this is a 3v1. Can he do it? The superstar Imperium Pro Team goes in, gets the kill on to Mirmo, gets a secondary there. Or actually, no, not secondary, but it was Morita Boy being taken down by Hate. That's going to be a 2 for 2, but the Baron has been taken by Acion Arena.
Ganda naman ang ginawa ng... Actually, what Talia did for his ultimate, the Weaver's Wall, it could have been done better if the tanks for the ones that are outside, and then the carries, the squishies, are inside Baron, so they will take a lot of damage before the fight actually started for Imperium Pro Team. But that wasn't the case. It was the tanking Baron's damage, and sayang yung Weaver's Wall ni Light. But then if you think about it, JLC's positioning was great. They were able to actually eliminate the important carries of Acion Arena, but still Baron is in the hands of the blue side, Acion Arena, so they're really looking to trying to keep choking Imperium Pro Team with their resources, with their map control, with the dragon, and eventually, you know, the base as well. They're gonna keep pushing forward, use this Baron buff, push all the waves, maintain minion wave control for themselves. And what IPT could do, IPT could do is just slow down, wait for a mistake, slow the pace of the game by applying more vision, having at least that control over the blue side and red side of that area kahit wag muna sa dragon, because that's gonna be scary for them as they do try to fight. But as you can see, you know, JLC, wow, used his ultimate.
He's very aggressive, using the Grand Challenge onto Jason, you know, 1v1, hoping that he could get Jason, but then you really can't chase a cannon. Proto Belt plus the Surge Dash of the cannon, not gonna be enough.
Yep, sorry. And Ocean Drake for Acion Arena, although it's not gonna be significant naman. Ang nakikita ko lang na significant siya dito kay Karma in terms of spamming. Pero at this point of the game, hindi naman makonsuma sa mana yung mga ginagawa niya. Hindi sila masyado magtatagal sa field.
And look at this, Acion Arena just barging in the base here of IPT. You know, thinking that it's their own base, and IPT have to respect them because, well, there's so much damage already being dished out by Acion Arena. And plus their engaged type of composition is making IPT hesitate on how they should approach this. It's more of like, when Acion Arena goes in, there's a small window of opportunity that we can take, and then if Acion Arena cannot execute it properly, then we can actually go in because JLC has his damage already. He just needs to find the target and kill them fast enough. But
yeah, with this though, I mean, they don't have any form of sustain. Okay, never mind.
Oh, it's gonna be a fight. Goes in, nice push there though. But Suez caught out too little bit, but Acion Arena might have bit off more than they can chew. They're trying to reposition and try to get back into the fight beautifully there. Double knock-up. Look at Mirmo's damage, taking out Hate. JLC dashing in and out, but Mirmo, oh, he's aggressive. He looks for it, gets the double. Inhibitor will be taken down soon to follow, and that's gonna be top of the Inhibitor taken down, and ACA looking to push onto this mid objective already, or this mid tower. They get the hook on the Beast Boy, but he's surviving as Morita Boy is taking all the lasers for himself. They're just waiting for the wave right now, and I don't know if IPT can actually handle this one. They're still going for it. Middle inhibitors have actually been taken down, and they're rotating to the bottom lane. Smart decision here by Acion Arena to actually get all inhibitors before IPT do come back to life. Though they do have the Ocean Drake, so they do have sustainability outside of their own base.
Grabe yung ano. You can see how powerful the Athene's Unholy Grail has with Alistar. I thought mamamatay rin Alistar doon, but then because of the Athene's Unholy Grail, which I said kanina, they don't have a reliable form of sustain, but because of Eiko, nandyan pa rin siya during the team fights. And it's actually, nakakaloko siya eh. Akala mo mapapatay mo na siya, pero hindi pala. Nakakaloko, di ba, Asurai?
Kagaya mo. Oh!
What? What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Okay. So sa mga nagtatanong dyan kung bakit di kami nagtatagalog masyado, pasensya na po guys. Mas sanay kami na mag-English cast, but then kung kinakailangan nyo, ipupweres ako sarili ko para sa inyo ang laban na to. But JLC cannot look for a break. Look at that. He gets sniped out by Eiko.
Akala ko ba magtatagalog ka? Sige.
Sorry, tetry ko na nga. Sobrang sanay na
sasali ako dyan.
Sige, tara.
No English.
Taglish na lang.
Ayaw mo pure? Gusto mo pure?
Sige na nga, bansa. Ano pa naman, diba? Buwan ng wika pa rin naman.
Buwan ng wika. August pa naman. Agosto.
Agosto nyo ba kami magtagalog? Oh!
Ano pa naman yan?
Ito na po ang push ng Acion Arena. Nice knock-up there tonight. Napatalbog nila yung mid laner dito ng Imperium Pro Team. Ito na ba yung mag-push nila? Grabe ang hirap sobra. How does Manjin do this?
Ano yan?
Nice hook there on
Papichulo.
Natalbog na naman dito si Suez. Oh, look at this. Kumikidlat na po si Jason. 3 people, 3 tao ay natingala sa kanyang maala kuryenteng personalidad.
Electric personality.
Ang hirap.
Ano ba yan?
At ayan po, ang Acion Arena na pasabog na ang Nexus dito ng Imperium Pro Team at IPT.